Have you ever noticed that some of the words spoken to you years ago still echo inside of you today? That is because words are more than songs. Words can shape the stories we carry, the beliefs we practice, and the voice we use when we speak to ourselves. Sometimes the words spoken over us become the voice within us. Think about this. When words are repeated again and again, they become more than something we hear. They become part of how we understand ourselves, how we speak to ourselves, and the patterns that shape how we see ourselves. And this occurs especially in moments when we feel tired, disappointed, sad, unsure, or when we are trying to expand into someone new. The way we speak to ourselves matters. So think back to the words spoken to you, about you, or over you. Maybe you heard words that uplifted you. Maybe you heard such things as, "You're so smart. You're so kind. I am proud of you." Or "Thank you for being you." Words like that nurture, they build confidence, they foster belonging, and strengthen your sense of worth. But in contrast, unfortunately, maybe you also heard words that wounded you. Words such as, "Oh, you're such an idiot. You are so selfish. You don't do anything right." Or, "You will never change." Those words like that, diminish, burdens, and quietly teaches you to question who you are. When words like these are repeated, they can become labels. And labels assigned by someone else. And over time, they can begin to sound like truths. And even when consciously we reject those old labels, they may still settle beneath the surface and show up in vulnerable moments, moments of healing, when going through change or becoming. And carrying words that were never meant to define you is a burden no one deserves. Yet, so many of us carry them quietly. Not because they are truth, but because they were repeated so many times during seasons when we were still learning who we were. And this is why language matters. This is why choosing your words matters, especially during those periods of change when you are healing, when you're growing, or when you're trying to expand into someone new. The words we use with ourselves can either keep us tied to old patterns or support our expansion with dignity and grace. We cannot expand into the person we aspire to be while speaking to ourselves with the same language that once wounded us. Because when we are not speaking our truth, right? we are speaking from someone else's version of us. We may be allowing those old words to still name us, still define us, and still tell us who we can become. And those old words, once internalized, can shape how we see ourselves, how we heal, and how we move through the world. So here is something I encourage you to consider. You make choices every day. You choose what you consume. You choose how you spend your time. You choose who walk beside you on your path. So why not carefully and mindfully choose the words you use to describe yourself? Choose words that reflect healing, dignity, empowerment, and truth. Not the old language you inherited before you knew how to speak your own truth. Instead of allowing words to become labels that bind, choose language that liberates you. You are not the words that wounded you. You are not the labels that tied you to your past. You are not the labels that tried to limit you. You are not the stories someone else told you about who you are. You are the person learning to strengthen your voice, to speak your truth. You are your expansion. You are your healing. You are the one learning to name yourself with dignity, with grace. So please speak with intention. Reclaim your voice. Choose language that helps you heal with grace, transform with dignity, and expand into who you were always meant to be. So as I close this reflection, my invitation to you is this. Begin noticing the words you use to describe yourself. Gently questions the ones that were placed on you, internalized by you, and allowed to surface in moments when you are tired, tender, or trying to become someone new. Choose the words that support your healing, your expansion, and your becoming. Thank you for allowing me to share this reflection with you in this space. And may peace and light accompany you on your path.